What's up, everybody? Just gonna wait for everybody to come in, join. Just doing the live stream. It's 12:59 on Sunday, October 8th. I'm excited because we're 2 weeks away from The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 1. How about you guys? Some big news came out last night, yesterday, Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, and I was talking to a couple people the other day, and I was like, why is New York Comic-Con not that big of a deal? A lot of people didn't even know what was going on. And hey, everyone, hey, what's up going on? But New York Comic-Con just was this weekend, and why wasn't it such a big deal? New York Comic-Con is like second fiddle to San Diego Comic-Con in stature, notoriety, big stuff. And yeah, yes, mate, I have two eyes. I thought it comes on tonight. The Fear the Walking Dead is tonight. The Robot Chicken Walking Dead special is tonight at midnight on Adult Swim. I'll probably watch it tomorrow or when it's on demand, just because I'm not going to be up at midnight for sure. Good morning, Pat. Where are you at? What time zone you in there? I guess maybe West Coast or Hawaii time or something. That's pretty cool. So, like, if you can, guys, post. So there you go. Yeah. So post your questions, guys, to see what you got on there. Keep it nice and whatever, cordial, I guess. But if there's hate, you're getting blocked. So don't be doing that stuff at all, guys. So hopefully we're keeping it nice and clean and comfortable and good stuff for the chat here. Probably go for about an hour. Post your comments below in the live chat or to the side, however it's positioned. Only I see it from my side. So we'll answer some questions here. What do you think about Michonne? I like Rick and Michonne. Michonne's my favorite character. I like Rick, of course, and I'm excited for their continued relationship on the show. And we'll see how it is on the show for everything going forward in Season 8 and beyond. The big news that we posted in a video recently today was Fear the Walking Dead crossover. So anyone like that? Good question, awesome, bro. We just found out Robert Kirkman said that it's a go. People has said the showrunner before Scott Gimple, because Scott Gimple is going to take over for the show running capabilities and the role and executive producer in Season 4. So I don't know if that was the plan altogether, and that might have been one of Scott Gimple's ideas or something to do with the connection of Fear the Walking Dead to The Walking Dead. I think it's only going to benefit Fear the Walking Dead, and it can hurt The Walking Dead, maybe, but I don't think it's that big a deal. If it's done right, I think it should be done pretty well with the right character. Maybe it's all to do about nothing. Maybe it's a minor character, maybe it's connection. But they said for the longest time, why are they doing it now? Fear the Walking Dead is struggling in the ratings. It doesn't have really that much competition over the summer. There's not really anything on. People are on vacation. People go away. People don't watch as much TV over the summer. But the Fear the Walking Dead is not nearly as popular as The Walking Dead. I think for a couple reasons is we don't care about these characters. The story is blah. It doesn't really matter. We don't care if these people live or die on the show. The characters don't really mean anything. There's only 2 or 3 characters that you care about of all these different characters on there. The main character, Madison, is not that great. So I'm interested to know your thoughts of what do you think of the crossover. To me, I think Nick would be the best crossover character, that he would be a whisperer. They said that'll probably be next year for 2018. So that'd be Season 9 of The Walking Dead. I don't know how Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead are going to connect. If it was The Walking Dead crossover to Fear the Walking Dead, I don't know how that would connect. But the crossover to me that makes the most sense is Nick is a whisperer and joins that group. Or Alicia goes off on her own and goes, I really hope it's not Madison. I just don't want Madison on the show. We already had Lori Grimes, one of the worst characters on the show, in my idea. And I just think Lori was terrible for the show. She ruined, a lot of things with Rick and Shane or whatever, and that's debatable for however you want to see it. But to me, Lori Grimes is one of the worst parts of the show, and that would be kind of how Madison is coming across a little bit. Madison is a different character. There's no love connection or anything like that between people yet, but there might be storyline. But I think that Madison would be the worst choice for that. So what do you think, guys? Post your live chat over there. So let me answer some questions on there. So no, Mate the Potate. They were a great name. I don't like Doctor Who. I just never watched it myself. Not to say I don't watch it. I mean, I say I don't watch it, not to say I don't like it. I just have never watched it myself. So see what we got, guys, for going forward. Did you see the comic stuff? Any comic readers here? 175, the comic cover came out for January 3rd, 2018. Pretty cool for what it's going to be, the New World Order 6-part series storyline. Not sure if these are going to be good news, bad news. We're going to have some, casualties most likely. Are you up to date with the comics 172? I liked the ending of the comic issue for setup of 173, and we knew the issue for 173, the cover was Jesus was fighting somebody. We had confirmation that it was Beta. We all thought it was Beta based on the coat. Hopefully Jesus and Aaron will be safe and Beta gets beat up or taken out, but we'll see how it goes down in the comic issue for it, guys. So if you're not up to date with those guys, definitely check out the latest issues of the comic. It's pretty good. The latest stories that it's been in the past probably 10 issues have been really good. The storyline has been great. I like the Whisperer War. I like the connection where people were going, the Negan storyline, the Dwight storyline, stuff going forward with that. I'm excited for the future of the comic and the future of the show as well. So I think it's pretty cool as well going forward. So yeah, Rick's relative theory. I don't like that idea. People are saying, oh, Madison is from Alabama. She's Southern. She could be with Denise. She could have been, or connected to Denise. Could be sister of somebody else. But wouldn't you say that? Wouldn't have come up by now already? Like, oh, I got to go find my brother or find my sister or find my cousin or find this. And, I know my cousin or somebody, Daryl Dixon, or something. I don't know what the connection is going to be, if it's going to be actual related to the characters. So I don't know. So Morales is everywhere. The Morales theories are out because of two things. Did you see the sneak peek from New York Comic Con? People think the guy that Carl is going to interact with and meet is Morales. People think Morales is going to go on the Fear the Walking Dead connection, which I guess could make sense because he was going to Alabama or he was going to Birmingham. So I don't know if there was a connection with that. Maybe he was going to meet, Madison's family, and then they were like, no, she's in California. So then they go to California and the Morales family is there too. Because remember, Morales had a wife and either 2 or 3 kids with him. So I think it was like 2 kids. But Morales theories is just coming out the woodwork for it. They love Morales there too because we just don't know that storyline, so it's always going to be open. But the character is floating around in the world, in the universe of The Walking Dead. So I don't know, but we'll see how it goes down. So hey everyone for joining on there too. We got 47 on there. Pretty cool. So I like it. Okay, thank you for joining me on this Sunday. Like I said before, I'm going to go for about an hour on there. Anyone from Croatia, very cool guys. Germany on there, I guess you guys are ahead in the time zone, which is very cool. I like the European connection. Hopefully you're going to some of the Walker Stalkers if they're near you. I know Europe might be easy to get around, maybe not. To Germany, to London are the 2 European Walker Stalker conventions, and they're going to Australia twice. I had a great question last blanking on the word, live stream, sorry. It was, why aren't they going to, have they been to Canada? And I don't know that answer. They should go to Canada. There's no reason why they shouldn't go to Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, maybe permitting or something. I don't know why Walker Stalker, I don't work for them, so I don't know, but that makes sense why they should, because they go to, New Jersey, Philadelphia. The only thing, they go to New York. Maybe they have one in New York. They go to Boston. They go to Portland, they go to San Francisco. Why aren't they going to Vancouver or something like that too? I mean, Canada loves The Walking Dead, so I don't know why they're not branching out from that. So, hey guys from Europe on there too. You guys are awesome for joining me on this Sunday, and I just want to say, when I say you are awesome, I really mean that, because the YouTube community and my channel in general is all I can speak for. But I can't do this without you guys, without the support, the connection, the interaction, the talking, the questions, the comments, the material. So I just truly mean that you guys are awesome. You guys really do a lot for me for this. And, you know, for everyone reading the books, appreciate the every connection with that and the interaction with that. I haven't had one person tell me that the books are terrible and they suck, but I am working on the 4th book now. It's the Fight for Us book series. This is the 3rd book right here, my latest book that we have out now, Refuge. I'm excited for that. And so I am writing away at that. I try to get it about 207, 208 pages on there. So that's me on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle versions, electronic versions. They go Europe. They electronic. It's digital. They can ship it all over because it's an Amazon company. It's an Amazon-based company. That's my independent publisher. So they can ship it kind of really all over. So if you're interested in that, it's in every link. To the Amazon link is in every description of every video that we have on there too. So very cool, guys. I appreciate you. Very thank you, Awesome Wire. You guys are awesome for that. So like I said, keep posting the questions on the live chat. I'm going to keep answering them on there too. So very cool. Start reading the 1st book. It picks up pretty quickly, I would say, on there too. Thank you guys. I love the support and my Walking Dead family that you guys are definitely a part of on there too. So anyone going to Walker Stalker Atlanta, I'm going to be there for sure. I'm going to be there for several days actually. So we're going to be doing a lot of things, and I'm excited for it. So Little Sticker Flame Productions. My book is about the zombie apocalypse in my world, in my family, that I would kind of be in my universe in Florida, because I live in Florida. So I was using my world, my genre, what would happen in the zombie apocalypse if it ever happened around here, theoretically. And it's just my connection with Fight for Us is 4 people. The main character is Ryan, and it's pretty cool. So definitely check out the Fight number 4 and Us on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, pretty cool as well. So Tudor, Walking Dead 95, favorite issue. I don't really have a Walking Dead favorite issue. I don't know. I mean, I liked big moments of different issues too, and I think that's the big thing for it. I like Jesus in the comic, and I like Michonne on the show, and I like the connections where they have little differences of each. So the comic is good and bad for a lot of things. It's also, the main storyline for the show. And so I can't say I have a favorite comic issue per se, but I like when new people are introduced, and I like how Michonne was introduced in the comic, and I like little differences on there, I would say, on there as well. So who do you think will kill Simon? I've said this repeatedly. I believe that Carl will. I think that would be the connection for that. So I think that's the connection with that, because people are connected with, like, Dwight is connected to Daryl, and people. I'm just sorry. I got to review some of these questions that are coming up on there. Good question on Fear the Walking Dead. I'll answer that in a second, Ishka. But Simon, I think, will die. I don't know if he dies this season or not. We've had some spoiler sightings of him for filming, so I don't know if that character goes or not. I don't know if I'm going to have 20 books. I might. I have content for the next several books. I'm working on the 4th book now, so I think it's going to be, I don't know. We'll see when we cross that bridge. I mean, I got to work on the 4th book now and see where we're going, but I could see having 5, 6, I don't know, the goal maybe 10 books and connected storyline of these characters, and then maybe branch off for a spin-off series or something, but we'll see. Hopefully it takes off there too, and it's doing well, but it's independent publishing. I don't have a marketing team or anything like that, so it's just me doing everything and making videos and everything on there for it. And I kind of like that, but I also wish I could have some help a little bit. But then you got to divvy up the profits and the money for that too. But if it takes off, we'll see how it goes down. So, but let's see. Fat Day Challenge, great. How many times do you watch an episode before you make a video on it? Once. I watch it when it comes on TV. I know some of the spoilers and find out some of the spoilers before it comes out. And I think I just really watch it once and find it, but then I'll go and see different clips, and I watch different parts online. And then I'll watch it again afterwards, maybe just to check it out again if it's a good episode or not. Like it's going to be a lot on October 22nd because it's going to be a 67-minute episode with commercials, total runtime, and then you have a 2-hour Talking Dead episode. So you're talking about being done with all that stuff by midnight. So I'm not going to be able to watch it again probably till the next day or even later in that week. But then we're going to try to make videos that night into the next day. And so there's going to be a lot of content coming out for The Walking Dead on this channel and also the Walking Dead News channel. So if you haven't really checked out the Walking Dead News channel, there's a link in the description of this video right there for it. I'm posting more and more stuff on there. We're doing more and more live streams on there too. Just trying to get more notoriety to that channel. This is my first channel that I've been dealing with and making on there too. So why did you name your YouTube channel the PT channel? Because I'm a physical therapist, PT, the physical therapy channel, or the physical therapist channel, as I'm a physical therapist. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and been doing that for over 8 years in the state of Florida. And so this, what's on my hat? This is the Duck Commander hat. This is actually Andrew Lincoln's, not his hat, but he was wearing a hat like this at a couple of the conventions. I thought it was pretty cool. I got this one. I got some of the other animal hats that he wears. And then I have a Shane hat. That's the King County Sheriff hat that I like to wear. I'm going to be hopefully buying a Walker Stalker hat and a Nick and Norman's hat when I'm at Nick and Norman's in a couple weeks, man. I'll be there in 3 weeks. It'd be pretty awesome at the convention. So The Walking Dead returns in 2 weeks. And the Walker Stalker convention is in 3 weeks. So I'm excited for that, guys. So if anyone's going to be a Walker Stalker Atlanta, I'm going to the convention on Sunday. Just Sunday. I'm not going the other days. Going to the Andrew Lincoln panel. I will have the whole panel recorded and put up on YouTube in a couple of different parts. I think it's like 4 or 5 parts because it'll probably be about an hour. And I could try to get about 12 to 15 minutes in each part. So I break it up so it's easier to watch. It's not a full hour-long thing. It's easier for me to record and break it up and just, edit it a little bit more. So I'm excited for that. It was great last year. If you want to know what the Andrew Lincoln panel was like last year, Norman Reedus was there with him. There's a good bromance between Rick and Daryl on the show and also in real life. They're just good friends. It's pretty awesome to see that. And it's pretty cool. There was some surprise guests, some surprised people came out, and it was worth it on there as well. And all the money that is raised on the tickets, I believe they're $10 tickets, goes to charity, which is what they say for Andrew Lincoln's choice for a charity. So I think that is pretty cool. Andrew Lincoln's a great guy. He only does a couple conventions a year, and that's Walker Stalker Atlanta, Walker Stalker London. He's probably going to do the Germany ones, I would assume, and the Australia one just because it's such a big deal. But I just know that he does Atlanta and London so far. And he's the tough person to get a picture with. And if you ever do, you should feel very blessed because it's pretty hard to get a picture with that guy. And not because he doesn't want pictures with fans. It's just he's private. He does things with his family. He's got a wife and kids. And he's got a lot of stuff going on. So I understand that. He's not like Norman Reedus and Jeffrey Dean Morgan who do like every convention, which is cool. But that's just a little different of the two people. So very cool. If hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. I am excited for it, and we'll be doing some tours. We'll have some different videos. We'll have actually a lot of content there too. We'll be in Senoia and Noonan and Griffin and all these different places in Georgia. We're going to be driving around a lot, getting some pictures and videos of it. So pretty cool, guys. So let's see. Do you think the Whisperers will be in season 8 or 9? I believe season 9 or the very last episode of season 8. So technically it could be 8. Going into 9, I believe Heath is the one that introduces them. That's just my theories on there too. I think that's the way it goes. Yeah, Oceanside, that's cool. Cindy, I would like to see, I don't know, maybe Tara goes there and eventually becomes their group person leader on there. I don't know, Cindy, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they come around again. I want to see that. There's certain characters that I don't want to be on the show anymore, like Jadis and the Scavengers. I want that storyline to be done. Finito. I don't want them to be the Whisperers. I don't want them to be connected after season 8. I want it to be done. I want that to be gone and no more from that. So let's see. Lincoln is my favorite actor. He's great. Andrew Lincoln. Andrew Lincoln is his stage name. It's Andrew Clutterbuck, I think is his name, Clutterbuck. And no, I'm not cursing there, but his last name, look it up. It's crazy. That's his real name, is what the word is there on there. So great question. Will Jesus and Aaron be a thing in the show? If it is, it's longer down the road because Eric is still around and Eric is with Aaron. So if you know the comics, that is a likely possibility, and I think it could happen down the road. Both characters. We need a little more out of the Jesus character. Tom Paine is pretty cool, but I think that Jesus needs to be doing a little more on the show where he's actually fighting saviors, taking him out, beating up Negan a little bit, and I think I would love to see that. So we'll see. He's going to be more of a part with Morgan going forward in season 8 because we know in the trailer and everything too. I agree. No more Jared. We need Jared gone as well too. He's annoying. It's just too much. We understand the saviors are bad people, and that was my complaint about season 7. It was like, we understand they're terrible people. They keep doing bad things. They keep doing this. They keep doing that. They keep pushing the envelope. Yes, they know they hurt these people. They steal stuff, and then it's just over the top with it. We got it, and we don't need any more of that. And that was why season 7 was some of the lowest rated. Also, along with killing 2 main characters on the show. Don't know if the show will ever recover from that truly, but All Out War seems to be awesome. It looks to be great on there as well. Has anyone seen the sneak peek of the clip from New York Comic Con? We did a breakdown on this channel. We have the link in that description to the actual video of it, but we did a breakdown of it. And Carl meets a new character. We'll see how long the new character will stay around, if it's the character from the comic that people are thinking at it. So we'll see how it goes down. So I think that it's going to be a huge 801 episode, first episode in 2 weeks. I'm excited for it. I'm always excited for The Walking Dead to return, but I'm really excited for this. Last year was you were excited for a bad reason. Who did Negan pick? And now it's like, when is Negan going down in season 8? So it's a big difference on there. So I'm excited for The Walking Dead. How about you to return? Fear the Walking Dead can't end soon enough for this season. I'm ready for season 3 to be done. It was like pretty good. End of season 2 was getting better. Start of season 3, the first half was pretty good. And then people died and stuff changed and whatever. And then the second half of season 3 has been like crap. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan with it. So I think Lenny James is a great actor. Lenny James is a lot of good stuff. I think he's good as Morgan. And, even I think he's a good character for sure. So do you think Rick will slit Negan's throat like the comics? I think so. I think it happens something like that. I think that I can't wait for the fight in the second half, and I can't wait to see how it goes down. There's more and more filming at Rowley Studios because that's where they filmed the Hilltop, the Sanctuary, the Scavengers, Trash Heap, and everything. So you haven't really had too much information because they've been there filming, so we haven't seen them. So hopefully when they get back to Alexandria, if they film any more of this, because they're around episode 12 filming right now, so they got about another month, I'd say, 5 weeks of filming left, because they usually end right before Thanksgiving here in the United States. So it'll probably be around the 16th or so, right before Thanksgiving is when they wrap up for season 8 filming. And the word is going around that Andrew Lincoln says, be prepared for a lot of the deaths. So this season 8. So I think there's going to be a lot of casualties of war, obviously, right? I mean, come on. War, both sides, Kingdom, Hilltop, Saviors, Survivors. People are going to lose in war and burn both sides. So do I like Carl? Good question. I'd say yes. When he was a little kid, he was, a little kid in the zombie apocalypse. Be pretty annoying to be around, to have that in your group at times. But he's turning into a character that I think is going to be the future of the show, future of the comic. That's what Kirkman says, that eventually Carl's going to take over the lead because Rick's not going to survive the entire series of The Walking Dead, the comic and the show. The comic first, obviously, then the show. But Coral, yes, Coral. I like Coral overall, and Carl. But my favorite character is Michonne. What's your favorite character, guys? Post below in the live chat. Let me see what you got. And I like anyone like a weird character. Like, I like Jerry. How do you not like Jerry, right? I like Ezekiel. He's a little much, but I like Shiva more than Ezekiel. I like Carol on the show. Pretty awesome. Morgan on the show, pretty cool. Turning it around, his all life is precious and this thing, and it's just like, all right, we get it. We can't have people be around, so you can't. Morgan could not kill now. Early on, he was in clear mode and was killing everybody, and then he's not killing anybody, and then there's a final where he's going to be back to Cray Cray Morgie again, like he said on the season 8 special. I don't want to be Cray Cray Morgie, he said, which is funny. So Crazy Morgan, basically. I'm excited to see the future of the show and the characters that come around. I think they're doing a good job. I like the characters that are just for the show, like Daryl, Myrtle Dixon, Jerry, Simon, Tara, Beth even. Enid's okay. I like what they're doing for that. I could see, yeah, Carol and Rambo Carol. So you got Cambo. Yeah, I like Abraham was cool. Michael Cutlass is awesome. If you ever get a chance to meet him in real life, he's pretty cool. Melissa McBride, awesome people to meet. Norman Reedus, of course, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Tom Payne. All the people I've got a chance to meet, pretty cool. They're very nice. And it's like they're regular people, too. Did anyone see the Season 8 special on AMC when it was Scott Gimple, Lenny James, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan with Chris Hardwick, of course? Some people are saying about that you couldn't watch it in Europe from AMC. I watched it online. I missed it the night it aired because of the hurricane, and we lost power and had to go away, and we in Florida. So, but I got to watch it again online. It was really good, and it was better than I thought it was going to be. And I like the specials for that, and they gave us a lot of good information in there too for once. And I feel like Lenny James talked about his character a little bit more, and it was great. And I don't know if he's going to make it out of season 8 or not. Hopefully he does, but you get some insight of the character. And he was talking about Jerry in particular. That's where I'm going with that point. So Cooper Andrews is his name, Cooper, and he was the boom mic man. He held the boom, so when people like hold it over for the microphone, that he held the thing, and then he tried out for a part and got the role of Jerry, which is awesome. That's amazing. So if I ever had the opportunity to do that and work on the, Walking Dead or, great shows or Avengers or work for Marvel or something like that too, like that would be like hitting the lottery, because like you have this job that maybe you like doing, maybe you like being a camera guy or whatever, which is great stuff, but he became a character on a show and is loved by all and is doing conventions and making all this money and doing great things, and people love him. That's like jackpot right there. It's freaking awesome. So it's hitting the lottery. So I would love, that's a great story. I think Cooper Andrews needs to put that out more, but that's what Lenny James said on the special. So pretty cool. That's an awesome story. And that's what The Walking Dead does. A lot of characters from the show, like think about how many characters that have been on the show, The Walking Dead. Season 1, Season 7, going into Season 8. And we've had so many characters and actors come from the show, and if the character dies off and the actor goes on to something else, they still get other roles. Like Chad Coleman, who was Tyrese on the show, has been on so many different shows since his time at The Walking Dead. And he's been on other shows before The Walking Dead, and he's a good actor, but he's been on there. Emily Kinney was on different shows, and Gareth was on stuff, the guy who played Noah. Like, all these people are getting other roles because of The Walking Dead. It's The Walking Dead effect, and it's just pretty awesome for that as well. So I like Comic Rick, TV Rick. I don't know. Who do you like better, Comic Rick or TV Rick? That's a good question. That's a good question to ask. I like Andrew Lincoln. It's hard to not see that on there too, even though he was not the first choice. Thomas Jane was, and I'm glad Andrew Lincoln is the guy on there too. So nope, Heath's going to come around again. Corey Hawkins will be around back on the show. Heath would definitely be back around. I think it's going to be season 9 that we see Heath again. Hopefully he's not a walker. But they needed to use more about that character Heath, because he's one of the worst comic to show adaptations because he's not involved with anything. He's got these parts on the comic that aren't being put on the show because he's Corey Hawkins, the actor. They should have cast somebody else, honestly, because he's not doing anything for that character. And Heath is a bigger character than the show is presenting. So I'm excited about the Robot Chicken special. I'm going to watch it probably on demand. I just won't watch it because it's on at midnight on Adult Swim. I mean, that's a terrible time slot. But either way, and it should have been last night, but there's no reason why it couldn't be Saturday at like 10, 11 o'clock. I would watch it on there too. So Comic Rick, yeah, see, there's a lot of differences. Comic Rick, it's hard to say. I like both by far, but I just like Andrew Lincoln's rendition. I think he's a good look for the character. I think he just visualizing it a little bit better, even though the show is limited, unlike the comic. You can say things and do things on the comic because it's just on a piece of paper and there's not FCC regulations and cursing, and so you can just put it right in print. Versus a show, you got to have definitely regulations for that. And that's kind of why I wish the show was on HBO or Netflix or something, because you wouldn't have those things. And now you can curse twice a season. You can say the F word twice a season now per show on there too. I know Preacher said it, Fear the Walking Dead, and The Walking Dead's going to say it. So I like we'll see how it goes down. And it doesn't matter. The cursing doesn't really matter, but certain things, certain violence, certain things would be different if it was on HBO or Netflix or something. So, but that's down the road. That's a good thing. Said Blix, now I don't think Jerry gets the death. I think another character gets that death, and I don't want to give it away, but I think it's going to happen in season 8. But Jerry's better not die. There's certain characters that I do not want to die on the show, because they bring a lot to the show, and they're only part of the show, not the comic. So if you are a comic character on the show, you can go because you have your comic counterpart. But if you're on the show and you're just primarily for the show, you need to stick around a long, long time, just like, Daryl, Jerry, Simon, Enid, Tara, and Beth had a very long run, and that's what you need. But, people are saying, I don't know, do you like Daryl? I'm going to ask another poll here. Do you like Daryl Dixon and Norman Reedus? I like Daryl Dixon a lot. There's a lot of people that I find out that don't like the guy or the character. I mean, I don't know how you can not like Norman Reedus, even though Ride with Norman Reedus is coming back on November now. Initially, he said it was going to be after the Walking Dead premiere, and then they moved it to November 5th, I want to say, on there too. Pretty cool. I'm excited for it. So Ride with Norman Reedus, I watch that for sure. There's going to be a lot of good stuff on when The Walking Dead finally comes back in October, and then Ride with Norman Reedus and stuff will be on there. So I think it's a lot of good shows are coming back. I can't wait for, cooler temperatures, and I'd say October, but a little bit longer in October, closer to at the end of the month, because a lot of big things are happening by, Halloween around there too, which, in Florida, we're not getting that fall weather. I want that fall weather. I want that cool down. I want that better weather than everybody else is getting. Originally being from the Northeast, I want, the cooler weather. I miss that. I don't like the snow by any means, but I like the cooler weather, giving the air conditioning a break on there as well. So the other question I want to ask you guys, maybe a bunch of questions, but what do you think of Carl's hair? Do you like Carl's long hair? Does he need a haircut? Does he need to do something with it? I know on the show and in the comic it's long for a variety of reasons, but when he lost the eye, it kind of covers it over there too. But more and more in the comic, the eye is open. It's exposed. It's not really covered as much. On the show, they're going to keep it covered just because you don't want to put a prosthetic on there too much. And, it's probably hot, itchy, and irritated around Chandler Riggs' eye, but I just think it can be a little different on there, but it's a comic, so it's fine. But yeah, I mean, there's people that don't like it, some people that do like it. It's just funny. And then the thing with Jesus too, he needs that bun, that ponytail back, and he needs that armor. He needs that kingdom armor, like we've seen. When the Whispers come around, I hopefully we'll see that look of Jesus when he has some kingdom armor. Maybe someone's got to lose it for him to get some armor, I guess. But I was just interested to see your thoughts on that too, because I'm indifferent with it. I like the character look. I like it on there for it. And, the show and the comic are opening a lot of things for a lot of people. And I just think it's awesome. I like the connection. I like to talk about it. I could talk about The Walking Dead, the comic, the show, the merchandise, everything involved with it all the time. And that's what I want the Walking Dead news channel to be about. So you got the PT channel right here that you guys clearly know about as you're here with me, but the Walking Dead news. So hopefully you guys can subscribe to that. Tell your friends, tell your family to join that, because I want to be putting more and more content towards that and get a little more specific on there too. The PT channel will never go away, but that's going to be more of like movie reviews, TV reviews, unboxings, and a variety of things. It'll be more of a variety thing, and the Walking Dead news would just be Walking Dead stuff, show, comic, merchandise, and stuff like that. So, I'm excited for it. We're growing and growing every day because of you awesome fans and subs and family on there as well, guys. So I'm excited for everything on there too. Great question. Is Maggie's baby safe? And I think yes. And the show better have her having the baby. Maggie is not showing signs of pregnancy, even though Judith is getting older. If you've seen some of the clips on there too, some of the trailers, Judith is definitely older. And I'm excited for the Judith character too, because she's not just for the show. She was in the comic as a baby and didn't make it, but she's on the show, and I want to see what they do with that character. I want to see if she turns into something big, if the theory of Carl is telling the, see you, Cody, thanks for joining, my man. But if the theory is right, that Carl is telling the story of The Walking Dead, that would be pretty cool if it was Judith, Carl, Old Man Daryl, Michonne. I think that would be pretty cool to see, like they were, that would be pretty sweet on there. I would think that would be pretty cool. But we'll see with the future of Judith and the future of Maggie's baby, which I would like a little twist that it's a boy still, but it's named Glenn instead of Herschel from the comic. I think it's to be that, and hopefully we get our Glenn flashback, like I said last time on there too. So yes, I like the comic, Jaden. I keep up to date. I get excited when it's the first week of the month and it comes out, and I'm up to date as of 172. How about you? Anyone reading the comic on there? I asked the question before, so if you haven't answered it, but I like it. Do you think Beta will kill Jesus or Aaron or even Negan? That's a nice comic question. I think maybe Jesus or Aaron. And between the two, who would you rather in the comic world right now? Who would you have? Would you like to have Jesus or Aaron die? I think I'd rather have Aaron between Jesus, but I want neither of those. I want them to get away and actually take care of Beta. That would be pretty sweet for that. For it. Let me see what else. You guys had some good questions that just scrolled for. The VR shop, would you be willing to do fan unboxing stuff we send you? Of course. I do unboxings of stuff. I do Marvel unboxings. I do stuff. I did a Lucille replica bat, like a real baseball bat replica with the barbed wire from a company that makes them. They have the bullet inside. You can get the bloody version, the clean version on there too. I did an unboxing of that. Pretty cool. I got that in the man cave. I got that up. I got to put it up though somewhere. When I get another room, I'm going to put it up on a holder, which is pretty cool because it deserves to be up. It's a pretty cool replica. Do you think Morgan will die this season? I hope not. John Jones, pretty cool. Morgan, I hope not. I don't think so either. I think Morgan is safe for that because we need him. We need him on the show. People don't realize of how important he is to The Walking Dead, but I think he should be around for a long time, especially the future of the show. I think the future of the show needs Morgan. It needs Carol, and it needs certain characters, for sure. Will Season 8 be like Pulp Fiction storytelling? I don't know. There's supposed to be time jumps and jumping around and this, and there's going to be this thing and that. I think I liked the idea of having multiple time jumps and doing this and flashbacks for the war. So we'll see how it's actually done, because we're supposed to see Old Man Rick in the premiere, or at least make sense of Old Man Rick in bed, Rick with the beard. So we'll see how it actually goes down. And I have faith in Greg Nicotero, Scott Gimple, Robert Kirkman, Gail Ann Hurd, all those people to make sure that it's done right. That's the big thing. So how do you think Negan might die? I don't know. That's a good question. He was initially supposed to die right away in the writing of Negan, but he's still around in the comics, so I don't know if he's ever going to die in the show, in the comic, if they're going to do that. I think it's going to be open to interpretation what they're going to do. When they're done with Negan, they said they'll get rid of him, is what Kirkman said. But when that is, he's on his own right now, so we'll see how it goes down in the next couple issues. I believe 174 is the big Negan issue, so we'll see, or the comic cover with him. So we'll see how it goes down, and I'm excited the possibilities, because Negan is a great character, comic character, better than the show character as of right now in my eyes, but we'll see how it goes down. Do you like Negan? That's a great question too. Do you like Negan? Do you like comic or show Negan better? What is that? My favorite season is season 6. of The Walking Dead, hands down. I could watch that over and over and over again. I love it. Do you like Carl or Carol better? I like Carol better personally myself than Carl right now. Just think that Morgan is very important. Exactly, Morgan is very important. I'm excited, Austin Wire. I'm very excited for the Negan Rick possible fight scene like that as well. Mike Tyson meets Chiba. So I'm excited for a lot of things to come from the show, comic to the show, and vice versa. So I hope not. Dude, I hope December, end of the year, also the end of Negan. I don't know. I think Negan, if he goes out, has to go out in an epic way. I mean, he's got to do something really big in the comic, sacrificing himself or doing something good to make up for it. But what if it was like to save Maggie, that Negan did something where like the Whisperers came around and Maggie was in trouble and Negan went up and saved Maggie and then ended up dying? I think that would be too nice, too good of a thing. So I don't know if that's going to happen. So do you think Negan will outlive Rick? Great question, M. King. Comics or TV? I think if he does, it's a possibility of the comic. I think the main antagonist on the show is going to be Rick Grimes for a long time. I don't see that happening. I think Rick's still alive in the comic today, of course, as a 172. I think issue 200 would be if you're going to kill Rick, issue 200 of the comic would be pretty big if Rick was going to die. Just momentous thing, because that has to be a big deal. Issue 100 was the introduction of Negan. Issue 200, which is going to be a while from now, would probably be maybe the loss of Rick Grimes. That would be actually pretty cool if it was issue 200, and that's a big deal for it. So, I'm excited for Jesus versus Morgan. Me too. I mean, I think Jesus would take care of Morgan personally. Because if you take Morgan's bow staff away, what does he have? Or a walking stick, whatever you want to call it. I think Jesus is better hand-to-hand combat fighter myself. Old Man Rick, possibility of Dream Rick is having a current walking the time. I don't think so. The time dream sequence thing, I don't know. I mean, current time, like right now, I don't know. We'll see how it is. I think it's going to be the first time we see the Old Man Rick will be at the present time of the storyline after the time jump. So, because when you see Judith, Rick doesn't have the big white beard, and the only time we saw Rick with the white beard is, in bed. So you don't know when it's going to come around, but that's clearly the present time of Rick with the white beard. And Rick's got to have that beard now the entire time of filming, so we're going to push that off later and later at the end. Maybe at the very, very end of season 8 is when we get caught up where the timeline connects and everything too, because that's a different looking Rick with that white beard for sure than for that. So I don't know. Should Simon be named Trevor instead? Well, for that, Trevor from Grand Theft Auto, Stephen Ogg, Simon. I don't know. Do you like Stephen Ogg better as Trevor or Simon? Do you like him better in the Grand Theft Auto series, or do you like him better on the show when you actually see him in person versus the voice work? I want to see Morgan full kill mode. I don't know. If full kill mode's not good, Morgan is the man of either side. He's either crazy or he's too good, or he's saving people or he's killing everyone. So we'll see how he's going off the deep end if he goes there as well. So someone does need to take out Troy for sure. And I didn't like that about Fear the Walking Dead. The wrong brother, got taken out, and you're like, what the heck is going on? Troy needs to go for sure. It's just annoying. And then when he puts his hand on the knife and gets away and is not really bleeding, it's just come on now. That's just crap, and he should be gone. Troy is just annoying, the character. I mean, I can understand what he's trying to do and this and that, but he's just so weird. It's just not a good character for that too. The main thing that really started bothering me with Fear the Walking Dead was when, after the storyline was gone, after Jeremiah Otto was gone, they didn't know what to do with it. You didn't know what to do with Walker and, Jake and Troy, and you're like, what's going to be the driving force? Oh, we're going to run out of water now. There's always going to be a problem in these shows, whether it be food, water, shelter, safety, security, people, disease. That's all the different driving forces. You can't just be happy-go-lucky where you're living in the world of The Walking Dead, or it ends, right? Because what would you want to keep watching that for? This isn't real life. It's fantasy, science fiction on there. So there's always got to be some problem that you're dealing with, whether it be walkers or the famine or something on there. So I don't know with that Fear the Walking Dead. It's just killing me, man. It's just killing me because you want it to be so good. The Walking Dead to me is the best show, if not one of the best shows out there. And I'm excited for The Walking Dead, of course, but the Fear the Walking Dead has it in the name, so it's connected to the Walking Dead universe. And Fear is just such a letdown. It's just so the characters, the writing, just everything. It's just The Walking Dead connected to the Fear the Walking Dead. It's like it's not even close to each other, and it's just annoying to watch on there too. So I don't know. See, it's close. Fear the Walking Dead as a whole, season 7. I mean, season 7 to me is one of the worst seasons. I think season 2 was a little rough too. So season 7 and season 2 of The Walking Dead was a little rough. But Fear the Walking Dead just doesn't have that many good episodes or good parts of, coming up on 3 seasons. There's very minimal reasons to why to like that show, to care about these characters on there as well. So Robert Kirkman recently said that Negan will live in season 8. He will. But, all of season 8, Kirkman is the man he's the best person of not saying things, but saying things, or sending you down a path and directing you, but not answering the question, but answering the question a little bit, giving you a little taste or not, or being, he loves to kind of redirect and move stuff around. Like for the longest time, they're saying they're not going to cross over, not going to cross over, not going to cross over, not going to cross over. I got this question all the time about Fear the Walking Dead, and now they're crossing over. So make up your mind, Kirkman. What are you doing? I don't know. Maybe it just came about, or it just makes sense to do it, or, maybe he was tired of the question, because he's got to get a lot of questions, I'm sure. He's got to get a lot of stuff asked to him all the time. Anytime he gets, questions or does panels and stuff, he probably gets the same kind of questions, and it would get pretty annoying of it. So, yeah, first half of season 3 was much better on there, too. Fear the Walking Dead is just all over the place. Like, Daniel was this great character, and now it's just, I don't know. It's just terrible. I'm ready for it to be over, because as soon as that gets over, we're ready for The Walking Dead to come back. So I'm ready for it on there. So yeah, 5 and 6 are good. 6 is my favorite for sure of The Walking Dead. So there you go, guys. I think I'm going to end it on that note. Thank you guys for joining me on this Sunday. If you can, definitely check out The Walking Dead News. I got a link in the description of this video. So The Walking Dead News channel, we'll be posting more and more stuff on there, and trying to get good videos, good content like the PT channel on there for it. So if you can, guys, check out my books. The latest book is Fight for Us. And yeah, I got some notes in there for that. That's book 3, book 2, and the first book. Got it right there. So, all right, guys, you guys are awesome. We'll be getting many more videos to come. When The Walking Dead comes back around, we'll be posting videos on here, and The Walking Dead News all over the place. Instagram at the PT channel, Walking Dead community on Facebook. We got a page and a group all over the place, guys. So I don't want you to miss out. I want you to stay in the know by subscribing. Tell your friends, tell your family, so they can join us on there too. Yes, Amazon for sure. Ishka, you got Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Everything's online. It's an independent publisher, online distribution, so goes all over the place on there too. Yes, Amazon, of course, that's their main distributor, and they make it for me. So Cowboys prediction, I actually think they lose to the Packers today. I'm going to be rooting for the Cowboys, of course, but they just can't beat the Packers recently, and the defense is pretty weak, so we'll see how it goes down. Overall, hopefully it's a good game. There's this season of the NFL has been crazy all over the place. Terrible kickers, controversies of this and that, all this crazy stuff on there. So I'm excited for it. I don't know. Fear the Walking Dead to me is just kind of annoying. So I don't really talk about it too much, except for big things that may happen or affect the series. So we'll see if I do a Fear video on there as well. So you guys have a good Sunday. Enjoy football. Enjoy Fear the Walking Dead. Robot Chicken special tonight. If you can, guys, like I said, if you can just check out the other social media that we have, other channels that we have. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.